Hello friends, welcome back. Today we are going to be trying out Drop Dead extensions. We are using 2 packs of their secret tapes, and this is the transformation that I did. I did not use any color on her at all. That is just the extensions, and that is all of her hair pulled forward. So she has had a lot of postpartum hair loss, so we've just been using extensions, and this is the first time that we are using Drop Dead. I got 2 different packages. I'll list the colors that I bought in the description, but you can see that first pack is more of like a rooted and highlighted. And then I got 1 pack of a darker blonde, like a level 7 blonde. And so one thing that I love about the Drop Dead extensions is that they are listed in like hair color numbers, not like random extension numbers. So it's so much easier for a stylist. But this is Brittany. We have not colored anything on the bottom in so long because we just do the extensions and she had a baby. And so there's just been mostly using extensions instead of color. But on this first section, since sometimes she likes to put her hair up, I like to do the darker piece on the bottom and then the blonde one on top. I know it looks like it doesn't blend right now, but when she lifts her hair up, it blends so much better when you have that dark one underneath and then the blonde on top. And then for every other section, I like to put the lighter one on the bottom of the sandwich and then the rooted one on top of the sandwich. But you can see there, as soon as I put the hair down, it already starts to blend. But I like to take about 2 fingers for my section on her. Everybody is going to be a little bit different depending on the density of their hair, but her sections are about 2 fingers apart. And I'm going in a brick-lay pattern. So that first one, I had 2 extensions on the bottom, 2 sandwiches, but 4 pieces. And then on this one, there's going to be 3. So I went in on the middle first, and then I'm going in on the sides. And I'm doing that blonde one underneath, and then I'm doing the rooted, highlighted one on top. And look at how much it already is blending with her natural dark hair. Also, make sure that you're staying like at least a finger or 2 away from the hairline. Once again, depending on their density, I have to go a couple fingers away from her hairline because she's pretty fine. But on this third section, I am basically going like right above her ear. Now, if somebody had thicker hair, you would definitely need more than 2 packs, but because it's, not super thick, we are totally going to get away with our 2 packs here. But I am taking that first one right above the ear. And once again, I'm going to go in a bit of a brick-lay pattern, but these are all going to be really close together. And there's going to be 6 in this section. So if you remember, the one underneath had 3, so it had that one in the middle. And on this one, it'll be 3 on each side, so there's that mini gap in the middle. So it's still following that brick-lay. But really make sure that you're going in and measuring out your section with the tape tabs. And I love these extensions because instead of a plastic tab, I don't know if you can tell, it's just hair on the tab. They're a little like warped on the top a little because of the holder that holds them together in the packaging, but it's kind of hard to see. But oh my gosh, it is amazing how well they blend, and it isn't that plasticky tab, it's just hair. So these are going to be so camouflaged in there, but I am just taking those 6 pieces, 6 sandwiches technically, all around that halo. And look at how gorgeous it's already blending. Now, because we only have 2 packs, that means that we have 20 sandwiches to work with. So you have to be really cautious about where you're placing them and really think about it before you start throwing them in the head, because there's nothing worse than running out of extensions and being like, oh my gosh, it doesn't blend. I don't know what to do. So really make sure that you plan it out. The extensions she had before were a lot shorter. So getting so much more length, you have to be really careful where you're putting them so that they still blend. But these ones, I went up another couple fingers and I'm just doing 2 sandwiches above the other section that we just had above the ear. And then I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Another 2 here. And then another 2 above that. And of course, I stood in front of the camera a lot, but you can really see there how it's like hair on top of the first one closer to the hairline. And look at that. Oh, it is such a nice blend. And then when I got to the back, I decided to go down a little lower because you don't want to see the extensions. And when you have really fine hair, especially like after a couple days of not washing, it'll separate right there in that back crown. So even though they are hair tabs, we don't want them to be showing. So I like to go a little bit lower there. And I am just putting 3 right here. So I'm still following that bricklay pattern because the one underneath it had the 6. And just gonna stick 1 more right there in the middle. Look at how beautifully those are already blending in the back. So I'm sold. I absolutely love these extensions. Honest review, they are so soft. They blended so beautifully. I didn't have to color her at all. Look at that. Just gorgeous. And here is her reaction to seeing her new hair. She loves it. Oh, it's amazing. I never get sick of extensions and how gorgeous they are, how they can just change your life. And this is me showing her in the mirror. Oh, beautiful. And then I curled her up and here is our after. Absolutely gorgeous. Gave her so much volume and length. She is so stoked. And they blended so nice. I barely had to cut them, which was awesome. It only required a little bit of blending. But thank you so much for tuning in for another week. I will see you next Monday for more education. Please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment if there's anything you'd like to see in the future. Bye.